On mud-soaked fields, a chaotic clash of bodies unfolds. Brutal tackles mark the raw intensity of the game. Kings and noblemen watch with disdain, their expressions reflecting disapproval. Before billion-dollar stadiums, before roaring crowds, football was chaos. On the medieval battlefield, chaos reigns as soldiers clash, swords ring, and arrows fill the sky. The scene shifts abruptly, transforming the theater of war into something unexpectedly playful. A makeshift ball appears, capturing the attention of the warriors, who now eye it with a different kind of hunger. Aggression finds a new outlet as they begin to kick the ball, their energy undiminished but redirected. It wasn't just a game. It was war disguised as play. Torches flicker ominously, casting grotesque shadows across the royal court, illuminating the stern faces of the assembly. King sits heavily upon his throne, his crown a symbol of the burdensome power he wields. With a regal gesture, the king's bejeweled hand commands attention, signaling a decree that will alter the kingdom's fate. His voice booms, resonating with the weight of royal authority. By order of the crown, I hereby decree that the barbaric game of football is henceforth banned. The king's decree continues. Its violent nature and disruptive influence will no longer be tolerated within our kingdom. The fate of the kingdom shifts with the king's words, as the echoes of his decree reverberate through the court. The streets of London burst to life, a symphony of commerce and chaos, as merchants clamor and children dart through the throng. A voice shatters the lively din, cutting through the air with an urgent proclamation. The game is on. A contagious fever grips the crowd, their stalls abandoned, their shops left unattended as the allure of the game pulls them away. A muddy field becomes the stage for a brutal contest, where bodies collide in a chaotic dance of raw strength and desperation. Each clash echoes with grunts and shouts, a symphony of exertion as men fight for a crude, leather ball. Skill meets brute force in a whirlwind of uncontrolled energy, a relentless struggle for possession. The ground trembles under the weight of the battling bodies, each impact a testament to the ferocity of the game. In this maelstrom of mud and muscle, victory is earned through sheer will and relentless physicality. The air vibrates with the intensity of the contest, a primal battle played out on a field of mud and sweat. In the open field, the game intensifies, each moment a battle. A player, caked in mud and fueled by adrenaline, unleashes a powerful kick. The ball soars, a fleeting symbol of hope and victory as the crowd watches with bated breath. The net bulges, a goal echoes across the field, and the crowd erupts in a symphony of cheers and groans. A player's bloodied and bruised face breaks into a wide, toothy grin, a primal joy shining through the pain. The medieval town square transforms into a brutal arena, where men clash in a chaotic, no-holds-barred football match. The game descends into unrestrained violence as players tackle, punch, and wrestle, their faces reflecting a mix of fury and determination. Amidst the chaos, a player is tackled brutally, his body hitting the cobblestones with a sickening thud. The crowd erupts in a deafening roar, their faces a mask of excitement and bloodlust as the violence unfolds before them. King Edward III sits on his ornate throne, his face a thunderous mask as he listens to the reports. Royal advisors shuffle nervously, presenting reports of grievous injuries and deaths from football. The king's voice booms through the court. This carnage must end. I hereby ban this barbaric sport. Anyone caught playing will be fined. Under the cover of night, a group of men gathers in a secluded field, their silhouettes stark against the dark horizon. A weathered ball emerges, a symbol of defiance against the king's decree. The forbidden game ignites with raw intensity as bodies collide. Driven by unyielding passion, the players risk severe punishment, their faces illuminated by the faint moonlight. The indomitable spirit of football cannot be suppressed. The village square erupts into chaos as a muddy battleground for an early, brutal form of football. Rough-spun clothing clings to bodies straining against the mud, each player a testament to the raw intensity of the game. Kicks and shoves fly freely, unburdened by rules, in a spectacle of pure, untamed aggression. The very air vibrates with the energy of the brawl, reflecting a time when sport was synonymous with survival. In the heart of the village, a contest of strength and will unfolds, unrestrained and visceral. The untamed nature of the game mirrors the harsh realities of the era, a brutal dance of dominance and endurance. Within the venerable walls of Eton College, the air of tradition and discipline is palpable. Young men practice drills with a calculated grace that echoes the school's emphasis on strategic thinking. The headmaster observes with a critical eye, his presence a symbol of the high standards upheld within these hallowed halls. His voice resonates with authority as he declares, "Remember, gentlemen, football is not merely a game of brute force, but a test of character and strategy." Under the vast sky, a well-manicured playing field at Harrow School comes alive, hosting a formal football match. Teams of neatly dressed students engage in a spirited contest, their movements governed by clearly defined rules. From the sidelines, spectators, parents, and faculty alike watch with keen interest, their eyes following every strategic play. A student shouts, "Pass the ball, Davies! We must maintain formation." The scene embodies the values of discipline, teamwork, and fair play, as football transforms into a regulated and respected sport. A sprawling battlefield pulses with frenetic energy, where soldiers clash in a brutal dance of survival and raw strength. In this merciless melee, the origins of two great sports, rugby and football, begin to materialize. Some soldiers advance, driven by instinct, their hands guiding the crude ball. The air vibrates with guttural cries and the thunderous impact of bodies colliding, a symphony of raw energy. In the heart of London, 1863, a meeting room glows warmly under the gas lamps, where influential figures gather amidst swirling pipe smoke. A decisive vote is about to take place, the narrator declares as tension fills the room, palpable and heavy. The narrator's voice cuts through the haze. The rules that will forever differentiate football from rugby are about to be established. A heated debate rages, focused intensely on the contentious use of hands, echoing through the chamber. "This marks a pivotal turning point in sporting history," the narrator proclaims, underscoring the gravity of the moment. The air crackles with anticipation as the vote looms, set to define the future of the game forever. On a muddy football field, men play with raw passion, embodying the spirit of the game. Spectators watch and cheer, their enthusiasm undeterred by the challenging conditions. The players slip and slide, showcasing the humble beginnings of football. As the sun sets, a golden glow symbolizes the bright future of football, illuminating the enduring passion of its players. A modern football stadium explodes with the deafening roar of a frenzied crowd. On the vibrant green field, a brutal tackle unfolds with bone-jarring force. The violent impact reverberates like a clash of titans in a modern arena. The raw aggression of the player is magnified in slow motion, revealing his primal intensity. A primal intensity underscores the structured rules of the game. Under the cloak of night, city streets transform into a battleground as a peaceful protest spirals into a violent riot. Flames dance wildly, painting the chaotic scene with long, eerie shadows. The mob surges forward, a frenzied mass of anger and desperation, evoking the lawlessness of ages past. Faces contort with primal rage, reflecting a descent into madness. The city burns, consumed by the collective fury of its inhabitants. A solitary figure stands in silent contemplation, dwarfed by the relics of medieval warfare. The figure's face, a canvas of deep thought, reflects the weight of history. A brutal football tackle flashes, a stark echo of ancient battles. A chaotic riot erupts, mirroring the unbridled violence of ages past. The figure whispers, "The chaos never really left us." The night sky explodes with color as fireworks light up the packed stadium, anticipation hanging in the air. A moment of pure skill as the famous footballer kicks the ball, the roar of the crowd rising to a deafening crescendo. In slow motion, the raw emotion on the athlete's face reflects the intensity of the winning goal. What a goal. What a moment. This is what the World Cup is all about, the commentators exclaim, as the stadium pulses with unity and passion. On the medieval battlefield, chaos reigns as soldiers engage in brutal combat. Amidst the carnage, a crude ball is kicked between warriors, a primal game amidst the war. Each kick is a violent contest, a raw display of strength and survival in the heart of battle. The makeshift game is a brutal echo of modern football, a testament to the sport's violent roots. The battlefield becomes a stage for both war and sport, a gritty tableau of human conflict and resilience. Within the gleaming halls of FIFA headquarters, executives orchestrate financial empires and marketing marvels. The air crackles with the relentless energy of global commerce, all intertwined with the passion of sports. FIFA rules a kingdom of 211 nations. But do you still hear the echoes of the battlefield? Even in the sterile environment of high finance, the ghosts of past struggles linger.